Today, I'm going to show you a couple seated positions that I think might be beneficial for your practice. So in traditional meditation, we do see the seated position or a lotus position with your legs crossed forward and hands just resting on your thighs. This is a great position to be in if you can be comfortable in it. What I would suggest doing, especially if you're new to meditation, is when you're sitting, or if you're going to sit with your legs crossed, try to make sure that your knees are a little bit below your hips. So my knees are kind of pointed down at an angle a little bit, and this also allows for a little more room in your hips so that they're not so pinched. Usually if we're sitting just flat on the ground with our legs crossed like this, all the pressure goes to our lower back, and it's really, really challenging to sit for a while. So if you're going to take the seated position with your legs crossed, I would just stack a couple cushions when you're beginning so that your hips are a little forward. The one thing that I don't love about this position is the angle on my knees. And the reason being is I've had knee surgery and I don't have great meniscus on the other side. And so sitting like this is really, really hard. So the position that I would like to take in meditation is actually stacking a cushion up this way and kneeling on it. This also gives you really good access to how your posture is. First of all, where the pressure is on your back. Are your hips, do you have a pelvic tilt, or are you sitting with a neutral spine where you can kind of feel your body really holding itself up comfortably? The other thing I like about this position, obviously, is for your knees. My knees are bent, but they're not at quite the same angle as I was when my legs were crossed. And there's not a ton of pressure on my feet. So I'm really resting right on right where my sits bone is, and my hips aren't rolled forward and they're not rolled back. It's just sort of a neutral spine. And then I can begin to start to focus on where I'm connecting with my breath. Where am I feeling my breath? Am I breathing from a place of my diaphragm, or a place, am I just sort of feeling my belly, or am I just chest breathing? Sitting like this really allows you access to feel the entirety of your torso while you're breathing. So this is where I would suggest starting if you're new to meditation and if you're comfortable in this position.